So we thank you all for being here. I think I'll start with Robert. I'm going to start with Robert Ernst first, and he can tell us his personal story. Robert, come on up here and take the mic. Thanks again for being here, buddy.
Thank you, Senator. Thank you. So as Senator Harkin said, my story begins when I was in first grade, and I was taken by my special education teachers to a seclusion room for acting out in class. I was dragged down the hallway of the school by my wrists and thrown into a windowless, padded concrete room by myself, completely unsupervised for up to half an hour at a time. And this happened several times over my first grade year. Then again, in the same school district, which is Lexington, Massachusetts School District, a very well-renowned school district, but nevertheless, these things were still going on by separate special education teachers. I was restrained on multiple occasions, repeatedly, sometimes upwards of 10 times a day, for essentially it got to the point whatever the teachers felt like they could restrain me for. I remember one instance where there was a cursive writing worksheet that I was being told to do, and I didn't want to do it, so I threw it on the ground, and they said, "That's it, we're throwing you on the ground too." And they took me and pinned me down to the floor on my chest, one teacher holding my arms down and the other holding my legs, and held me down there until they felt that I was ready to get up again. Now, at the time, this was extremely terrifying. This was one of the scariest things that's ever happened to me, to have complete control taken away from me for something that I could not prevent. This was just how I thought. This was just how my brain worked. And I had no say in what was going on. These teachers were just completely overpowering me and not giving me any opportunity to explain myself or have any say in the situation whatsoever. So now, fast forward to today, and most of that shock and the trauma has dissipated, and I have graduated high school, and I'm doing fairly well. But throughout my entire high school and throughout my entire school career, in fact, I've always been extremely distrustful of authority figures and teachers in general. Whenever I see a new teacher in the classroom, whenever I'm going into a new class, I immediately assume that they're going to be out to harm me, that they're going to do something to me that I'm going to have to get defensive about, because in those early years, that's what it was. I was always being attacked, and that's carried on throughout my entire life, that I cannot inherently trust authority figures or teachers. And it's had definitely a profound impact on my life and made it very difficult for me to get through school without immense periods of stress. And I suppose the point that I think really needs to be emphasized here that Senator Harkin said a little bit about is there are much better ways of treating students that don't fall into the normal category of other students. And these techniques that involve complete hands-off, that involve creating a dialogue between the student and the teacher, encouraging communication, and always talking with the parents, involving everybody on the team, and really working with the student and making sure that he gets what he needs to be successful in school, because that is the ultimate objective. And these techniques that are being used are not beneficial to anybody. They're harmful to the student, they're harmful to the parents, and they only impede the learning process. And there are definitely better ways to go about that. And I really hope that these ways can be implemented into our system. Thank you.
Wow, that was very powerful. You running for office anytime soon? Huh? That was really, really very, very